Cynthia, you shine so. A resilient queen with a crown so bright. 1637 stars glowing in the night. Honestly, love, Cynthia, you shine so true. Grateful for today and a life brand new. I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise, the bonds we make. With grace leading, the path is clear. Living this life in divine cheer. Each click, each subscriber, a piece of the art. Building a kingdom straight from the heart. A testament to strength through storm and flame. A story of glory, the world knows your name. I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise, the bonds we make. With grace leading, the path is clear. Living this life in divine cheer. 1687 reasons to rise above. Hope and courage placed high in love on this throne. In light you gleam. Life's a hymn, a mighty dream. I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise.
Good night, beautiful family.
The bonds we make.
I was back.
With grace leading,
I'm learning this.
the path is clear.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Life
So,
in
I think they
divine
have the trees that they put them on, and then they have the trees. And I am looking into the camera and wondering why the camera is so blurry. And then I'm talking, and then they kept running across the screen. You won't see it, only the person who's host. And they said, your mic is muted while you're in the background. Oh my God. Yeah.
Good afternoon, beautiful family. Resilient Queen coming to you with another shout out. And let's go. 1, 2, 3. Whole Lotta Woman podcast. Blessed to Crochet.
I'm losing my mind.
Enjoy with Naomi. Tracy Local Learning. Triple South, Honesty Love. I want to say a big shout out to all of you and to everyone, my private watchers, my public watchers, to every single person, my commenters, my likers, my sharers. You know it, you name it, you like it, you thumbs up, you hit the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes, I'm talking to you guys. You, yes, guys. I have another tool to share with you. So big shout out. Ow. Here we go. Bye. Thank you all.
Guys, I saw myself on the screen and I thought I was the one who maximized the screen. Now I'm like a little dog that saw this somebody sitting there. That's it. That's the problem, you know, when novice using computer. Hey, I'm laughing after my own self. I saw the video, guys. Did not know for the photo video, and I saw myself and I'm like, why is myself so big on the screen? I need to be this. So I tried to minimize the box and I realized, oh my God.
Every click of blessing. sing a moment divine. From
Oh my
zero
God. You know, love
to
is
this,
love is sweet.
oh, it feels so sweet. With every heart that beats, we're
Man,
complete.
I'm like the dog with the big boy.
Oh, resilient queen, we rise and sing.
So much stuff
The
on
numbers we
and
grow,
I'm like, oh,
everything. 1600, it's a love we win. Together as one, we dare to believe. The highs and the lows, 1697 tides come and flow. Your heart's with me. I'm reaching for the sky. Subscribers, let's go away. We will stay true. Can't say it enough. I'm grateful for you. Of voices, hand and
tomorrow when I
face.
do it,
Oh, resilient queen, we rise and sing. The numbers we grow, it's everything. 1600, it's the love we weave. Together as one, we dare to believe. Jesus,
have no idea how to do
find
it.
out you're my river. For support that can't be erased. Your presence, my life, my endless ways. Together we're alive, together we rise.
But that's when I had pre-recorded. So, I'm telling you, life is a journey. Life is a journey, probably. I
Oh,
just
resilient queen, we rise and sing. From numbers we grow, it's
then they
everything.
get up.
1600 plus the love we weave. Together as one, we dare to believe. Oh, resilient queen, we rise and sing. From numbers we grow, it's everything. 1600 plus the love we weave. Together as one, we dare to believe.
So, thanks to everyone. Thank you so much. We have been parenting. On Tuesday is really hectic. Nobody likes me too much. We're eating some yogurt. Everybody, how's everybody doing? I'm learning some things there, but you know, I found out that to be better with the craft, I don't have to pay for the better version. Yeah, I will have to pay for stuff so I can see how better things can go. You know, as soon as I better the craft. I think I had posted a video one day. I'm here in 2025 in Data Shark. I always say 2025 is the year we try to, you know, perfect my art, work on it. Woo.
A resilient queen with a crown so bright.
Got up early this morning.
1637 stars glowing in the night. Honestly, love,
So one. As I say, I'm trying to
Cynthia,
learn, reason. I don't
you
really
shine
want to
so
do it
true.
really good. I wanna try to do something.
Grateful for today and the life brand new. I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise, the bonds we make. With grace leading, the path is clear. Living this life in divine cheer. Each click, each subscriber, a piece of the art, building a kingdom straight from the heart. A testament to strength through storm and flame. A story of glory, the world knows your name. I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise, the bonds we make. With grace leading, the path is clear. Living this life in divine cheer. 7 reasons to rise above. Hope and courage placed high in love on this throne. In light you gleam. Life's a hymn, a mighty dream. Oh, I'm thankful for the breath I take, every sunrise, the bonds we make. With grace leading, the path is clear. Living this life in divine cheer. Oh,
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
family.
beautiful family. Resilient Queen coming to you with another shout out. And let's go. 1, 2, 3. Whole Lotta Woman podcast. Blessed to Crochet, Keishawn Harvey. Enjoy with Naomi. Tracy Local Learning. Tripla South, Honesty Love. I want to say a big shout out to all of you and to everyone, my private watchers, my public watchers, to every single person, my commenters, my likers, my sharers. You know it, you name it, you like it, you thumbs up, you hit the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes, I'm talking to you guys. You, yes, guys. I have another tool to share with you. So big shout out. Ow! Here we go. Bye. Thank you all.
You scare me myself. You scare me myself. You scare me. You scare me. So yes, guys, let me know what you think of this video here. Trying to learn to see how I can the voiceovers and stuff like. They have so many things out there to help, but everything is a paid version. You know, to get better opportunity, you have to have a paid. Yes, so a lot of stuff have too many paid versions. So you have to be in a budget-friendly world.
1600 strong in the light we shine.
Mr. Mark, greetings, good night, how are you?
Every click a blessing, a moment divine.
But it's all about pain.
From
you
zero
never get away,
to this,
get away with
oh,
pain.
it feels
You know what I
so
mean?
sweet.
But I'm learning.
With
You know, I have to
every
find
heart
in my
that
head what
beats
I
for
can
complete.
do, how to do it.
Oh, resilient queen, we rise and sing. The numbers we grow, everything.
I just gotta do my
1600, the love we squeeze. Together as one, we dare to
that's my
believe.
dog. Learning how to do my stuff. I'm not too bad.
Tides come flossing.
I think that I need to do more films.
Your heart lift me up. More than you lift me up. When I'm reaching for the sky. Subscriber,
I love
go away.
how are you? How is everybody doing?
Can't say it enough. I'm grateful for you. Your voices hand in hand.
Well, I said,
Oh, resilient queen, rise and sing. Your numbers we grow. Everything. 1600
accuracy to stuff right. In a lot of stuff, depending on the kind of music and I use Clipcam because anything you on Pinterest, you downloaded videos or whatever off of Pinterest, and then like this picture here is from Pinterest, and then on Restream there's 3 dots at the bottom. You click on the 3 dots and you go to. So when you want to upload the video that you have saved to your computer from Clipcam or Pinterest, you click on the 3 dots and you click on image to upload that image, or you click on the 3 dots and hit local local videos. I think you say local videos. And once you click on that, then you will see, yes, you click on local videos, and if you do it take you right where those videos are saved. But if you put into document looking for them, just download looking for them just like that,
A resilient queen with a crown so bright.
loud.
1637 stars glowing in the night. Honestly, love,
Thank you.
Cynthia, you shine so
And I was
true.
on the stream today.
Grateful for today and a life
I
brand
saw where you
new.
said the music was.
I'm thankful for
Well, I had went out and then come back because I was doing something. When I came
every
back in, I was checking and I see where you were saying
the
that you
bonds
had.
we make.
So when I
With
download
grace leading, the path is clear.
when I download that video
Living this life in divine cheer.
I'm looking at it right now.
Each
Have where you
click,
can listen to video. Right
each
here you have
subscriber,
microphones. You
a
can
piece
use that
of the
microphone.
art,
Then you can
building a kingdom straight from the heart.
Then you can
A
upload it.
testament to strength through storm and flame.
Oh, you're not hearing.
A story of glory, the world knows your name. I'm thankful for the breath I take. Every sunrise,
Is it better?
the bonds we make. With grace leading,
Is it better?
the path is clear.
Hold on, let me go in the chat. That's the only difference is receipt.
Life in divine cheer.
How much you get the music? You mean how much? How did you get the music? Oh, Suno. You see that screen right now, one that you're looking at here, where it says made with Suno.
Placed high
You just type in
on
www.suno
this throne.
and go on there and create your music
Light,
based on whatever you want. So you go on Suno.
life's a hymn, a mighty dream.
I use Suno. So you just type in www.suno.com and then you go on there and then you tell you to start creating, you start creating.
I'm
But the
thankful for
version
the
is better.
breath I take.
Everything nowadays I'm seeing is the paid version is better because you have more rights. With the paid version as
With
opposed to
grace
the free version.
leading, the path is
The free version you got nothing. You create the music and anybody can say that's yours. Boom. So if you're looking into doing Suno, then you can use Suno. And then Clipcam. Microsoft Clipcam. Microsoft is what I use to create that video. When I do the voiceover, so I use Microsoft because Microsoft have this stuff there, and that's a Pinterest picture there.
Good afternoon,
So
beautiful
so when you do those videos, or if you got YouTube music on your computer, if you don't use Suno, you can use YouTube music, the free version. You just gotta download it. Then when you come to Restream, the music from the other place you get the music from, mute it out the thing, and then click on upload and go to your music and upload one of the songs that YouTube give you, and that way you go. We can use that too.
Yes.
I play it on here all the time, the YouTube songs that I be using.
Guys, I have another tool to share with you. So big shout out. Ow. Here we go. Bye. Thank you all.
So I use Microsoft Clipcam. Camp. CHAM. Sorry, it's not CLAM, it's CHAM.
Sorry, CLIPCHAM, Clipchamp. So that's the app there, and you can use it to do videos. So if you download a video from Pinterest, you can upload it to Clipchamp, and and Clipchamp have intro and outro. The only thing I don't know yet is how to. I'm still playing around with it. How to master the art when you have an intro video and you wanna take it out and put it first. That's the only difference. Elevated mindset. Greetings. How are you? Salute. Welcome. Appreciate. So that's the sorry. That's the only thing I don't know how to do yet. But I will get there. It just takes time because I'll be busy. During the daytime, I'll be busy. You hustle it. You gotta hustle. So hope everybody's doing good tonight. Manners, love, and respect for everyone. So yes, so that's what I've been doing. So but I think the paid version of anything we're gonna use is create videos now, because they see that it's a platform that people make money off now. So everything, the free version only just maybe if you wanna learn, but then after you learn and you grow and you understand then how things and how to progress, I would recommend upgrade to the paid version where you at least have a percentage of rights as opposed to the free version. In Suno and Clipchamp give you more variety, but you have to have the paid version. But so you're limited when you have the free version. You're very limited. It's just like a start. When you're learning to start off, you just buy you a little duty, like we call it the phone card duty, that is problem. And then it's just to start to see how well you can drive and master your art. And then when you master it, then you say, alright, so I'm gonna get the big machine or whatever. Yeah. So I think that's what the free version is. But then Pinterest, so get the pictures from Pinterest and then make sure you save them to your laptop. I use my computer now to do it. I don't have the storage on my phone, so I use it. I had to delete storage to even put a dance out. So download the pictures on Pinterest that you like, whether you like nature, whatever you like and whatever you want to affiliate with yourself. And then you create a song on Suno. Suno gives you a lot of options. If it's about greetings, about people, about places, whatever it is, they have a variety there. And it's very easy to use. Even Clipchamp is very easy to use too. But I think the paid version gives you, anything that you pay for gives you with more upgrading part to it. It gives you more variety that you get comfortable, have more options. In life, when you're looking for option to be able to strike that balance, you don't just want to limit yourself. But you understand when it comes down to budgeting and you honor. Yeah, I hate to pay out of pocket, but it makes sense. Yes, especially with what we're trying to do. Elevate ourselves and move to the next level of becoming monetized and all these things. So yeah, but I would recommend, if we can't afford it, just do what we can for right now until we can afford it. Like myself, I can't afford it yet because I have more things to do. But if you can, I would say tap into those kind of markets, because that's something you're using to help create a better place. That's a Pinterest picture there. That's so beautiful. So, and then there are so many apps out there now. It's just crazy. I haven't checked out all the apps yet because you have to. Some of them is not an app, but it's just something you have to either download on the phone if you provide it, whether Android or iOS or all of them. But whenever time I learn more about any app, I will definitely share them. Like have advanced knowledge into it, I'll definitely share. Because with Restream right now, I still don't have a lot of knowledge about it yet. I just know how to play around and upload the music. And then I recently learned how to mute the music that comes from another platform and then play the one that I want from my computer that I upload from Suno or YouTube Studio. Yeah. And then you have some apps, if you go on there and try to play around with it too, and it's the free version, it might not let you do nothing fast outside there. It just let you create
a bunch of stuff already ready to send it. This thing you gotta be
a
upgrade.
testament to
So
strength,
some things have catch, some things
born
don't.
in flame. A
But it,
story
everything is
of
worth trying in this world, especially when you're becoming a content creator. Explore, spread your wings, don't limit yourself, especially when you're a new content creator. The only thing I would recommend you limit yourself from is something that is going to be valuable. When I mean be valuable, something that if it's not going to resonate with you in terms that it don't sit well with you or anything, then don't let those things be a part of you. Then, you know, what if it's not something that is like it's just a dance, or you just listen to the rhythm and dance or whatever, that's different. But if it's an everyday thing and that's not a part of your values, then
placed high
you know,
in love on this
let things work according to your values, your purpose, and what you stand for.
life's a hymn.
Because no one size will ever fit all, but we gotta keep going, but still know what is our true purpose, what is our definition of purpose. Everybody's purpose in life is gonna be different, so we have to figure out how that is.
I'm thankful for the breath
You say, well, you should make these videos. I just figure out you can download non-copyright video. Yes. Which one you using? You using Uno?
with grace leading.
Yes. There are so many things to be out there to do. I'll say to any small content creators out there, the area that we're living in now, you have so many people that is willing to don't mind even sharing the tools that they're using, the devices that they're using, even if they know you can't afford it yet. I like to use the word yet, because you never write no one off, because sometimes you write people off and then along the journey they elevate, you know what I mean? Because we're not God. So we don't want to write somebody off. Every time I see myself, it scares me, because I'm like, why am I popping up like that?
Shout out and let's go. 1, 2, 3. Whole lot of
So there are so many things out there.
Keishon Harvey and Joy with Naomi, Tracy Local Learning.
Yes, so you don't want to limit yourself
I want to say a
to
big shout out to all of you and to
explore.
everyone, my private watchers.
But as
my
I said,
public
there are
watchers,
several
every
things you can
single
explore
person,
out there
my
that
commenters,
is
my likers,
motivational,
my sharers,
educational. Many
you
depends on
name
what
it,
you're
you
doing.
like
If
it, you thumbs
you
up,
say you're
you hit the
entertaining,
bell,
entertaining can come in
Yes.
chaos,
I'm
drama,
talking to you guys.
all kinds
you.
of something, dance,
Guys,
music,
I have
whatever
another
it
thing to
is.
share with you. So big shout out.
Oh no, it start
Here
with
we
P.
go.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Thank you all.
I don't know that one. But such is life, though. There are several apps out there, man. So many. Several apps out there. So nowadays, I don't see the reason for us to be struggling. The only time we should be struggling is, I don't know what I was holding on to. The only reason why we should be struggling is if we are not technophile yet, or we don't know how to really move from point A to point B in terms of moving cursor and know what to do with it. Yes, we can move with cursor, but then where do we go with the cursor when we move it? You know what I mean? So, but there are several things out there now. Oh, girl, I eat pretzel. I eat pretzel. Oh, I would not think of pixel. I would not think of pixel. I eat pretzel. Alice, you over here need some pretzels. You giving me pixel. Yes, guys, so don't give up in life. Don't give up. Your small content creator. Start explore. We have tons of people out there now that are really showing what they're using. And even if they don't show you, when somebody may ask them a question in the chat, they be telling you now the apps they be using. And if when they tell you the apps, they might be using the paid version. But if you're not at that level yet, you don't have to worry. You go try the free version to get your practice, like what I'm doing, getting my practice and all these things. So just things are becoming much easier for small content creators. You just need a good phone, and or if you have a laptop. If you have a laptop, it doesn't mean you have to have a laptop. You know, it depends. They have several version of stuff there that will work. Also, alongside with YouTube, you just have to figure out which one. Sometimes you're gonna have to do intensive research to find out what you are comfortable with and use it. Because I can find Suno or ClipChamps or Restream easy to use for me, but then somebody else can find it difficult. And as I said, I'm not 100%. I'm not even 50% yet with Restream, and meaning that I still need to know how to put my certain, like my channel name up there and all this. And then also it comes again with the paid version, because a lot of things is limited. Even with ClipCam, a lot of things is limited when you want to do it. The options is there, but they tell you have to upgrade. They say have a diamond there, girl, you gotta be a diamond. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not diamond yet. But you keep going, content creators. I remember anybody watched me for so long. Remember I said, you know what? I know I'm gonna be choppy for a while, but I will figure it out. And see, I'm learning how to figure out. Now I'm learning how to even add my own music, make my own music. You know what I mean? And put in my own pictures up. As I said, everything ain't gonna be cemented yet. That video you saw just now, I was trying to edit it, and I get halfway and didn't remember the rest. That was a long video, and I was trying to edit it. And I get half of it, and then I couldn't get the rest. Yes, Alice, you know, so just keep going, you know. Once you find the secret to you, then your community will come. You don't worry about community. You just take your time and do what you gotta do, and go at your own pace. Everybody, I would encourage you, go at your own pace. Yes, a lot is limited with free ones. Yes, because I think the free one, Alice, is just there to kind of guide us to say, hey, look what is in store for you. This is just an eye opener I'm giving you. I'm just giving you a peek, a sneak peek into what this app can do, into this capability. Look at what I'm making your YouTube journey so easy. I'm making whatever platform you're on. I'm on YouTube. I only can speak on YouTube. Hey, I'm making YouTube so easier for you. No longer have to stress. No longer have to worry about, oh, what is my favorite content creator using? Oh, what app? Why? How they get the music? You no longer have gone where the days. You know what I mean? So we have to say bravo to these things that are coming out to really help. And it's for us as content creators now who are not yet savvy or technophile or anything, to take our time when somebody share these things with us. You might not warm up to it yet, because to me, I believe you gotta be in the right headspace. Because when you have behind the scenes things to do, like you got chores to do at home, because you got kids, yes, Alice, you know, once you have children, you know all this stuff that comes with a lot of stuff. You know, so when you have kids at home to deal with, you gotta run errands, you got PTA meeting, you got your own meetings, you got this to do, that to do, and one go here, one goes here, and it's just you alone in there. It's like a one-man band with a one-man struggle. I never heard of that, one-man struggle. You shouldn't even be struggling, but it's a one-man band struggling. Can you imagine two-man band struggling? You know what I mean? So if one band struggle, can you imagine two? I'm telling you, it's a calamity. You know, it's like collision, collide. But when we figure out these things, it's not going to be overnight. It's something that, growth is something that will look good in the end. And you will not only appreciate the growth, you will love it, because everybody who watch your journey, they will see that, you know what, this girl is coming from, I couldn't see her videos. I'm just using me as an example. So when you elevate to the next level, people can say, but I could not see her videos. They were so dark. She didn't have no proper lighting, or she didn't have no equipment, or we couldn't hear her. Or, you know, there are several things that people will take note of later on. Like, you know, I've seen DoorDash start to say that if anybody interested in her doing a review of their content of their channel or something, that's amazing. You know what I mean? That somebody who want to, if anybody, you know, it come with a cost, because everything, even the apps that we're trying to use, they come with a price. You know what I mean? So
if you want the good things and the good reviews are, so everything gonna come with a price tag nowadays. So sound alarming, but it's not. It's what it is. It's reality. It's the world we're living in now. But it's just by the end of the day is that it's nice when other people can thought of saying, "Hey, let me see how many small content creators out there that really want to grow. I want to elevate, and if you have the wherewithal, do so. Because just like we're trying to use the apps now to help us with crafting our craft or mastering the art of being a YouTuber or being if we want to be a successful YouTuber and everything, what I mean, the apps are coming in to help us, but the free version is free, but it's so limited, very limited. It's like egg on a shelf. You barely can get 2 3 eggs now. It's limited, so everything come with a price tag. So it's so beautiful to know that people out there literally sharing what they use and stuff like that. Yes, it come with a price tag, but then it's life. When we elevate too, we gonna have a price tag too. When we grow, we gonna have a price tag. And I would recommend anybody that have a channel and people out there wanna that already being successful. I want to help you guys, and you have the wherewithal to do so. And you aspire to be a content creator, and you have you have a few dollars to spare in your budget. If you have a budget and you have a few dollar extra that maybe you say you were going to do your hair, but you couldn't let it wait for another week, go get the channel review if you want that. What I mean? It's something to look into and not saying. All right, Resilient, I gotta go to bed. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. You have a blessed night, and to everybody who had stopped by. Tomorrow night we do a shout out video again for Sweetie Juicy, Alice Map, and Elevated Mindset. And I gotta put some other people here in there as well on my what they call it on those videos there, because more message come in per day and then everything goes shoot down. So I still don't have to scroll up, but I would definitely give a shout out video to everyone. And yes, I have so many things in the mind, but I'm not savvy. Maybe if let's say if I had a manager, I'm not there yet. Speaking into existence, then I literally could tell, hey, I need this to be like this, or I need this to be like that. I could have sketched that out and then here you go, but it's just me alone. So, but I'll definitely shout you guys out tomorrow. Okay, Sweetie Juicy, Alice Map, and Elevated Mindset. Alright, but if you guys have to go, I know, we gotta hustle, gotta do what we gotta do. Thank you guys for stopping by. Manners of our respect. We said 365 days in the year, and anytime anyone come and visit, it's a plus. Can't be a minus, it's a plus, you know what I mean? By God's grace, we have to take our time to grow, take our time to just elevate ourselves, and I love that name, to elevate ourselves, elevate our mindset, you know what I mean? Get out the rubble. I've been in the rubble all the time, so I learned to get out the rubble and elevate and stride and, strive for excellence, to master the art of anything, but once I learn the art, I will be able to share it with you guys. But for right now, I just can suggest the app because I'm still nowhere anything. So I only can make suggestions, and then you guys have to do the rest of research on your own. For those of who are not yet technophile or savvy yet, we say savvy like myself. You know what I mean? So we have to figure out things. So sometimes all we need sometimes is just a tool. What tools do you use? I'm just curious to know what tools do you. You see that fire thing I put the other day there? It was just one little thing there, and I drop it in, and then I drop a backdrop, and then I put a couple other things in there, and then it came out so beautiful, and I'm like, this is on fire. I'm like, so, and I think that was one of my most video that I've done so far, learning, that I felt real confident about. That it was beautiful. It was just too colorful though. It was a lot of colors. So for people who are not interested in too many bold things just coming at them, not everybody can deal with the boldness, all the time. Some of us have to just deal with the calmness, the peace, not too loud and all these things. So a lot of things when I'm doing these things, I'm a bold person. I'm a Leo. I like to be bold, like bright colors and all these things. But then creating content, I also have to take into consideration that the different people from around the globe, I'm using the globe,
So everybody, wherever you are watching me from, understand. I want to be able to reach people. And when I mean reach people, not just because I'm bold and colorful, be selfish just for me. You know what I mean? I want to be selfish for everybody. So that when I'm creating content, a little of this is here for you, a little bit of that is here. And that's why I encourage anybody. Do live, do short, do videos. Because I might like long form. Somebody might like just the short form. Somebody might like the videos. And when I mean like it, that's what they want to watch. You know what I mean? So you could be on live stream and nobody want to watch you. You know, but then you go to your short and somebody want to support you there because it's shorter. Their span maybe they're shorter based on the content I am presenting to them. You know what I mean? So we have to take a lot into consideration as content creators until we grow and further on our what do you call it? Our consumers will start to tell us, hey, make longer form videos because just see where you're getting. You're getting it to be more interesting, more entertaining, more engaging, more attractive, and all these things. They will tell you these things as you grow. You know, but for now they just want to elevate and so forth. So most time when you're young content creator like myself, people might not want to watch your long form videos, and that's just the reality. But then when you come out on the breakout scene and everything, somebody may want to take a liking into your long form videos to see what you were talking about, what were you offering. And some of these people also are people who are other content creators that are in the tech world and want to offer probably part of your content into what they're doing as well. It depending on what you were talking about or anything. So when you're making content as a content creator, don't just look at this person and say, oh, this person doing this person doing that. You gotta remember that person is not you. So you have to do what works for you, what's best for you. Because when you do what's best for you, it's easier for you to stay in your path, in your lane, and stay focused. But when you are over here and say, oh, because this person doing this, I'm not interested. If you're not interested, that's fine. You know, move on. You know what I mean? By the end of the day, you got to remember, if you're going to be a content creator, there is a lot of things that you have to take into consideration because you're going to have people from all over, you know, want to support you. And most people support you silently. You know what I mean? Your analytics ain't lying. A lot of people support you silently. They just don't want to be bothered. You know, like me, always talking a bunch of, you know, being repetitive sometimes. And it's good to be repetitive because let's say we're talking right now and somebody just come in. You don't know who just come in because they could be in the background just sitting there relaxing and say, all right, then let me just support this man or let me just support this girl. Doesn't mean that they want to partake in the conversation that you're having because they're not interested in the conversation, but they still want to support you. So sometimes repeating yourself is also a way of to send them, say, hey, I'm not really talking about anything. I'm just making some suggestions about random stuff, or I don't have a niche, but they're willing to listen and take note. And if they're content creators, so they hear other content creators talking about stuff, and right there and then, boom, you get an idea, you know. And when you look at these things, you just look at it like you have a teacher. You have great teachers. You have teachers who are just average level. And you have teachers who are well advanced. You have teachers who are really outside the box. Same way with content creators. You know, we're teachers because we're showing you guys how we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm at the level in this world now where I can't teach this yet until I get full understanding. I just can share with you. You know what I mean? Maybe it's something that I found out or discover or I found new. It might be new to me, mind you. It could be new to me, but doesn't mean it's new to you. You could be exposed to it but never use it. You know, it's like you buy something sometimes when you see it and say you need it, but then when you get home you realize it was just a want. You wanted it, wasn't necessarily mean that you need it. And that's just the plain truth right there, you know what I mean? And then when you see somebody else using it, that's when you say, oh, I need that. No, you said need that. You know, so now you want become your need. And sometimes your need become your want, because at first when you buy it, you thought it was a need, but then you throw it down, you weren't using it and everything until you see somebody come up on the scene with their life. So it's good to explore and always have a little book with you. I recommend a book for anybody who is aspiring. Even if you're a new content, even if you're not a new content creator, but you're learning from each other. Just think about, if you're going to critique somebody content, make sure when you critique it is something that you learn from them, that you can use to elevate yourself and show the world that, hey, I was watching such and such, even if you don't call the person name, you know what I mean? You could say, I was watching such and such channel the other day, and they were mentioning something, but I didn't think they fully explained this, or they didn't explain that. And then you would state what this was, and then you would state what that is. And then from there on, you can share, put more light into it. And then you will be surprised to know that, yes, people are understanding clearly what you are saying. Like when I was learning Restream, I watched tons of videos on Restream. And then one day I said, I got up and I heard a voice say, you gotta learn Restream today. I just because I'm naturally creative in the mind, but sometimes it's not coming out the way it's supposed to, you know. And I heard a voice say, you gotta learn Restream today. And I take a whole day. And start do research on on YouTube. And there was this young guy came up, and I forgot his name. I'm even subscribed. Well, I subscribed to his channel a while back, a long time, long before I think I even been on YouTube or something like that. But you know how YouTube works, you know, and everything. And I forgot his name. And his video was so detailed and clear and to the point. I was able, because I was like, I set the Restream up, and anybody that was watching when I started doing Restream, it would not play. The Restream would not play to save my dimes or to save my pennies. It would not. And every time I changed the date or something, because I thought it was a date, or you know, I'm back in time or something, don't know my minute hand from my hour hand, or I don't know my AM from my PM, because that can be also confusing too. And not to everybody, but to some, you know what I mean? It's life, it's natural. And I went on this channel, and I'm telling you, right there, then I said, oh, boom, I tried it. From there, I never looked back. But I see him pop up on my channel all day. I gotta look back. I would have to probably type in how to do Restream again, so that I could find, so I could give him a shout out there. You know, is he at 1 million subscriber or what? I don't remember if he's at 1 million, but he have a good amount of subscribers. But I don't remember where he's. Not sure if he is at 1 million or something. But he's somewhere there. But it's just the point that, you know, get a book. So when you watch content creators, and because that's how you get pointers sometimes. That's how you get ideas from watching other people growing and stuff. Just like when we see other people using Restream, I always say, oh, that's cool. How do they do that? You know, as a content creator, or you aspire to be a content creator, it doesn't matter what age group you fall into. You got a brain, this is all that matters. Your brain is still intact. Or so sometimes your brain might be delayed, or, you know, all over the place, like mine at times. But it's natural. As long as it's still in working mood, you know, the engine's still good, that's good. You know, that's the plus you need right there, you know, and stuff. And keep working, you know, and you get pointers. You know, sometimes you're talking about something, and then you will have a content just come up in your head, or a content creator remind you of something that you're about to say because they had said something, you know. So brace yourself, open mind, don't just narrow your mind to things. And even if you go on somebody's channel, and this is another thing, because sensitivity is so sensitive nowadays that it's so blown out of proportion to something with sensitivity. Being a content creator, we can't always be in the box, because then behind the scene we are drowning in things that are eating us, that somebody else was talking about, but because we're so focus on only one aspect of life to the point where we don't even see that we need to strike the balance. Striking a balance doesn't mean that you only need to just focus on one thing, because that's not going to make you balance in life. What is going to make you balance is when you can figure things out. And sometimes figuring out things, you have to, sometimes it comes from the bad, it comes from your experience, it comes from your failures. It don't come from just you go straight ahead. How do you think we figure out when we get lost somewhere, then we discover, oh, we could have taken this route to go home? So that's how we learn, that's how we grow, that's how we develop, even with young children, anybody at all. You know what I mean? So don't just look at this content creator and say this content creator is this content creator is that. Look at these content creators and listen really to the choice of word they're using or so forth. Sometimes it's garbage to you at that moment, but make sure you're looking at, okay, what could I talk about? What is something that is coming out of here that is resonating so well that I think that I can talk about the positive part of it. How can we develop a positive mindset? You see, because now, let's say I'm here and I'm venting. You can start get an idea to say, you know what? I'm going to talk about how to be positive. I'm going to talk about how we can decrease the negativity out of our everyday life, which is hard to do sometimes, But these are contents. You're looking at it's like we have the pros and cons. So somebody looking at the pros, somebody looking at the cons. You know what I mean? They might not, sometimes they overlap or overlay, but that's fine. These are still content coming out there. So as content creators, sometimes we do piggyback off of others and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we find our own niche, sometimes we find our own craft and we're in our lane. Like people who talk about gardening, people who talk about flowers, like the season is coming to talk about these things, and people who do gardening. I have an upstairs apartment, so there's no way to do gardening than do gardening on the wall. Knock the wall out and get some dirt and I don't know. I throw some dirt at the corner and make some soil to put some soil there or something. But then you're gonna have people, even though you're talking about gardening, because this is gonna be the time for it now. It's rainy time, it's spring, spring coming up, everything is springing back up. The leaves are trying to get back where they belong. The trees are starting to become lush green again. The grasses, everything is trying to get back green. Everybody not trying to be withered and dried up like in the winter if we're living in a winter zone like myself. So you're learning and you're growing within those time frame. So when you look at somebody content, you might not like it, but I guarantee you can learn something that you will say, oh, I have an idea. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the positive. This person speaking about the negative, I'm going to come and I'm going to counteract and say, okay, this is how we can change the narrative of being negative or being in our head or something. Relax. Go for a walk. Go dance. Listen to some good music. Take a nap. Do your hair. Cut your beard. Shave. Take a nice bath. Get your lavender bath. Whatever it is. And there, boom. You have the advantage. You're talking about the advantage. While I'm probably over here talking about the disadvantage of something. So when you look at life, because life is not just a one-way street. That's what we all gotta remember. We have one-way street, but those one-way streets still lead us back to a two-way street. You may be on a one-way street, but it guarantee you that one-way street is going to still take you somewhere else. You may be on a two-way street somewhere and you have 4 lanes and all these things, traffic going boom, boom, up and down, opposites or tracks and all these. So there are several things that when we listen to content creators, like me, I can speak for myself. When I listen to content creators from wherever, I don't just try to narrow myself down to the negative, because the negative will attract you more than the positive. See what I'm saying? If anybody out there understanding, the negative will more attract you quick, because you're hearing, Why is this person bitter? These are the words you find in all the why questions to ask at this point, like a kid. Why is this person like this? Why is this person like that? Blah blah blah, XYZ. But then when it comes to the positiveness, the consciousness, the positive vibration, you barely see anybody have anything really to say about that. But then with negativity, it sells so quick that it's unbelievable. It's like somebody got kicked by a horse and the horse kicked him so far, he fell off on the ground, boom, boom. And that's a joke, that's a meme, real quick and fast, millions rocked up. But consciousness, the vibration, and stuff like that, those things are not really what people feed into so much. So I will encourage any content creator that is out there. This world is toxic enough, and one thing you don't want to do is get caught in the toxicness. If you know better, pick the positive out of anything, because even for example, you're home and you're by yourself and something should happen to you and you're home alone, I'm pretty sure throughout that pain or something, you're gonna try to either bear it to crawl just enough to give you ample time to crawl on your AZ, to go pick that phone up or pick that device up that you have to press that button to alarm somebody that, hey, I fall or I slip or something. If you have that ability after falling to the ground, you're gonna try in everything that you can, even if you have to crawl on your belly and try to get there or get the phone or whatever, or try to scream or even try to get the door open or something just to get somebody to help you. So the same way when you're looking at other people and they're talking something that is not good for you or anything, you think it's not good for you, but look at it, take the good from it. You always take the good from it, because don't detour to the thing that direction that person go, because then that's when you get caught. That's when you get caught. It's like a fish, you get caught and you go the wrong direction. You see the hook, you see the fish run go this way and they go after it. Instead of go the other way so they could be safe, they run right into it. You know what I mean? So we have to figure out things for ourselves. Sometimes I heard a lot of people just bash people, and I'm saying, the same way you bash somebody or we would bash somebody, they can bash us too. We're not exempt. We're not exempt from anything. So even in life, everyday life, I like to look at the positive side of things. I do. I might talk about terrorists, but when they come on to me, I have a beautiful heart, because I like to look at the outcome of things, because I don't want to consume myself with too much of nothing. I want to consume myself with something that's going to elevate me. Like when I sit down and I say, what could I do? Even last night when I was here and I say, I'm saying, the Lord is just giving me the ideas coming in my head. Some of them I don't use them right away, and then you lose them. Some things you gain from the Lord and you don't use it, you lose. You go on to the next person because clearly you didn't want to utilize it. You just wanted to stuck in your own way, and there, as a result, you pay the price. Then you realize, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that. Then you're like, okay, forget about it. Don't even worry about it. It's like somebody asks you to do something and you say, I'm going to do it, and you never do it. Till that person gets frustrated and say, you know what, it's alright, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not that they're really mad at you, but it's just the fact that they don't seem like you're ready to trust them on anything, or you're not ready to take that leap of faith. You know what I mean? So it's natural. So why waste your time? But try, as content creators, look at other people and don't get caught in the judgment, but get caught in the solution. That's my advice to you guys. Do not get caught in the judgment. Get caught in the solution. Because judgment will always be here, and it's not going to go away. Even when we depart this world, judgment will still be here, because people who are left behind, they have to go through the ride. They have to face the challenges. They have to face the ups and downs just like us.
When you think things getting better, it's just like us. They gonna go through the rubble. They gonna go through inflation. They gonna go through the cost of living. They gonna go through having nowhere to live. The ladies of I Talk, how are you? Greetings, greetings. How are you guys doing? How are you? So it just stopping by to show some love. Thank you so much, my lady. Thank you. And tomorrow I'll do a shout out video and a shout out everybody that was here. Alice left already. A few people already that was here, they already left. But thank you guys for stopping by. So tomorrow I'll do a shout out video. Trying to learn and practice doing a lot of stuff. So hope everybody's doing good, having a wonderful night. So tomorrow I will do a shout out video for everybody. Yes, so when we look at these things, we can't just put ourselves there into that thing. Thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate. Thank you for stopping by. So, we gotta have a mindset of our own. And if we don't have our own mindset, yes, thank you, lady of the I Talk. I hope I say I Talk. Yeah, I hope I say it good. So we gotta have a mind, because when somebody looking at the negative, always remember this, family. When somebody looking at something negative that they're bitter about, now you have the opportunity to say, okay, let me listen, feel it, and see what positiveness I can take from this. And then if you have a platform, then you can find a content from that, and you can also talk about the positive part of that. You don't have to make reference to say, oh, Resilient Queen was put up over here talking about something, but this is what I'm going to do. No, you can just go on your platform and you say the power of using your mind, the power of just being positive, the power of being conscious, stem from sometimes being negative. Then you find the solution, which is how comes you arrive at being positive. Yes, sometimes it's through your trials that you're venting about, through your tribulations. That's when you see results. You don't see everything is going good sometimes because you're still on the same path. But when you shift your life sometimes, that's when you realize, okay, I need to wake up. What am I doing? I relaxed too long. I need to wake up. I need to chop it up. I can't just sit here like, okay, everything is everything. Even today, I was watching this article, reading this article, or watching a video where this in track and field, where this young lady, they are high school, and they were running a relay, and this young lady impeded the other runner. But anybody being a runner before, when you come to the home stretch, most of you always in the same lane, like lane one. Depending on the race you were running, you all sometimes come into that one lane. And they were running so close, because that's when you're running, you're not thinking sometimes, you just want to get to the finish line. Especially when you're in the home stretch, you want to get to the finish line. And that young lady just take the baton, and that young lady was just whoop in that other young lady head till she just fell off the track. Because that young lady now, after she passed the other young lady, she would be in, I think, second position, because the other young lady was in second, I think, and then she would have been in third, but she passed, and then the other one just boom with the baton in her head. And I'm saying, sports wasn't like that. I can speak of track and field. Track and field was not like that. You run and somebody spikes you on the track and you get a little bruise, but it's not a result for you to hit somebody in their head. You could knock somebody up, because one, your body is so hot while you're running that anything could have happened. You're tired, you're exhausted, because you're coming on the home stretch. When you're running a relay, you already put out your all, so you just have enough left in your tank to get you home. And trust me, sometimes when you finish run, your poor legs are wobbly. It's like a tire that's about to fly off the car or blow off the car, because it just blew out and it just going on the road. That's how your legs feel. So to see somebody literally have no respect for other athletes like that, it just goes to show that we need to educate these young athletes about temperament. Yes, somebody gonna pass you, but that's the nature of the sports. And if you want to be in sports, violence you cannot bring into the sport. You cannot bring violence into the sport.
You literally have a baton hitting somebody in the head. That's dangerous. You know, anything could have happened because that person's blood was already so hot. They could have knocked out. They could have fainted. They could have, anything could have happened. And it just goes to show that yes, everybody want to reach to the ground because now sports are becoming a place where people can make money as early with their name, with their signature, in a lot of places now. So everybody running to get the ground. But by the end of the day, also we have to have some level of sportsmanship. You know, we have to have some level of respect for the other athletes that are out there. You know, gone were the days when I was competing. I get spiked. I used to run like boys and girls champs, and I get spiked. What am I gonna do? I wasn't the greatest runner there, but I used to get spiked because we had the relays, and when depends if you're running a 400 meter or what they call it, I think 4x800 at the time, and then you know you have one person do one lap, then you have a person do I think another lap, then 800 meter going around, and sometimes when you get the baton, everybody sometimes impede you. What you gonna do? You know, so we have to learn to encourage these little youngsters and say, hey, look, the sports is not that serious. For you to take another person, you know, ruin somebody's career because that person impede you. You know, sports is already contact enough. It don't need no more contact. You know what I'm saying? It does not need any more contact. We need to teach our children that sports is something. I know not a lot of people know sports, but I'm just saying if you have children and they're going into sports, start have these discussions with them. Somebody might impede your lane. That's the nature of running, especially in a running arena and all this. It no matter what genre of sport, teach them these level of things. If somebody even step on your toe, you know, you just look back, let them know, yes, I felt it and keep moving. You know, so your coaches or anything, they saw what happened. The cameras are out there. Cameras in every angle, so they can get to make sure they can go back and replay and see what took place. That means if they need to disqualify that young person, that young lady or so. But then when you take disciplinary action by yourself to whoop another child in their head with a baton, that's a deadly weapon right there. Because anybody hold a baton in their hand, no, it's a metal looking baton, and it look light, but it's not that light and it's not that heavy. You know what I mean? But it thought of you putting force. Anything you have and putting force. It's like an empty cup. You come to pick the cup up and you did not know that the cup was empty. You grab it up so fast it's gonna become heavy to you. So can you imagine you add force to a light little thing and just whoop somebody in the head? Yeah, it's gonna become deadly. You know, so we have to educate these young people about the danger of these things. Let the sports be peaceful. You know, there's no need to bring violence into the sport. Let the sports be peaceful. You know, and parents, if you have children out there, I know March is track and field month, and you know we have the boys and girls champs coming up in Jamaica as well. You have so many other things. You know, I know it didn't happen in Jamaica, but I'm just saying we have so many things coming up, and you have so many different temperament that we have to deal with nowadays. And children nowadays are not like when most of us were growing up. You know, they're popping at the mouth like they don't care nowadays because so many things out there to back them with that kind of behavior. But those things are unacceptable to me, because then you take away the livelihood of somebody. When you put in, you know, concussion in the head and stuff like that, those children dream of probably becoming a world athlete, a world star athlete, a class athlete or so. If their mind is not functioning properly or so, they may not be able to function no more into running. They have to give up all of that. And a lot of people go into sports to help better their life, to make a livelihood for themselves, get a good education, get a scholarship, because through the scholarship they get a good education, but they have to use their talent. You know, I was a proud recipient of a scholarship to go to college, to pursue my college career. You know, so when I see athletes out there making a fool of themselves because somebody impeded, cameras out there, young people, there's no need for you to do anything foolish. Cameras are out there. If somebody impedes somebody and they were not supposed to, they will be disqualified from that race for that day. So even if they pass you and they win the race or anything, they still can be disqualified. So please, young people, if you're out there in sports, to elevate yourself, elevate your country, elevate your community, elevate your school, please do not route to violence. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Let the sports be fun, because sports is something that teach you discipline. Because you gotta be disciplined to run. Because if you're not, then you're gonna be like a wild animal over the place, don't know which direction to go. So sports give you that level of discipline. Even a lot of people I've heard they always ask this question: if it wasn't for sport, would you be calm the way you are now, or would you be angry or something? And I heard several at least before in the past said, definitely the sports teach give us some level of patience, even when the temperament was not, it was up here, but because of the sports and you know what the purpose of you were in there, and you had a goal to achieve, you wanted to help your parents, your family, you want to recognize the country, you want to recognize the school and so forth. We didn't have no time to think about that. Rivalry was just rivalry with schools and competitors and all these things. But off the track, we were like, hey girl, hey boy, what's going on? Man, keep it like that, young people, please. And parents, talk to your children about these things. Sports is natural, it's fun, it's discipline. But now people, when you do discipline like that, it's not going to be discipline. Because when we talk about discipline, we're not talking about discipline as in you disciplining an athlete. You don't have to take nothing up in your own hands. Cameras everywhere when you're doing track and field nowadays. Every single way. Gone were the days. Even if you come dead last on the track when you're running, you see the camera watching you taking you home if they should show all of those. So people, the last thing we want to do, please encourage your children if they're into any sports at all, start to have these discussion with them so they understand. You don't put your hand on anyone because you don't want to. One, what if you were in line to get a scholarship? Now you lose out on that scholarship. What if your parents didn't have it, but you had a talent that God gave to you and you were using it? Now because of your level of ignorance or your level of immature, you weren't mature enough to understand that, hey, this sports, and we're watching sports too long for get to the stage hitting somebody with a baton in our head. These things is a no-no. We need to start do better than that. Encourage children to love each other. Love on each other. Sports is a rivalry. Back in the days when I was running and somebody impede you in lane 1, depending on the race we're doing. In some lane, you have to run in your own lane. If you impede somebody's lane, that's automatic disqualification. When you impede somebody else's lane, so cameras are there, they pick up everything. They replay it. They will replay it. Even if they didn't see and you say it or your coach was on the sideline watching, because they're always there watching. Or so you can even hear them yelling, go, go, go. Sometimes you hear your loud mama in the crowd or your loud auntie or your cousin or whatever. And they cheering you on. Or so forth. But violence, no. No. If you got a weapon in your hand and you turn around and take it, smack somebody in the head while they're running, no. Anything could have happened. What if that child had an underlying issue? What if that, because some of us run with asthma. I was running while I was asthmatic. So some people run with asthma, and then your body's so hot, your breathing is so high, and all these things. Can you imagine? So please, family, have discussion with your family. Coaches will have to come out now with proper education to teach these children. Yes, you want to teach them the technique of holding a baton, you want to teach them this one, but also now we're going to have a discussion about how to help these athletes when another athlete impede them, for example. What do they do? Tell them to go. You have to slow your speed down. It's just like driving on the road right now. I'm driving sometime and I literally had to slow down because somebody was sliding that tight little slot. Let's say a car was here and I'm here, so you have another car lane in between, and another car just come right in. Then that caused me now to decrease my speed. Same thing with running sometimes. Depending on what you're doing, it's not every part of the sport is the same thing. Because some things you in your own lane, if they impede you, automatic disqualification right there, done deal. It depends on what that was. And you're running and somebody impede you. Sometimes you have to slow your speed down. Yes, it might take away from you, but if you're a good runner, you will come back, you will gain momentum because you say, you know what, today is my day. I'm going out there and I'm going to win this race for my school, for myself, for my parents, for my loved ones, for everyone who's supporting me. And that's what you do. Sometimes we have to go around. If we look back at sports coming up over the years,
especially in long distance sports. You see so many times athletes run out and they had to take the little time to go around to get past those athletes who will shoot out and everything to get back in line to win their race or something. Sometimes somebody have them knocked to the ground and they just get up and keep going. You don't look and say, hey, wait. You don't do that. You just keep going. When you have a goal. But knocking somebody in their head now, you can lose your goal. So get wise up, young people and parents and so forth, supporters. Support these children by teach them how to be disciplined with the sports as well. The sport is going to teach them a lot, but now with violence, unacceptable. Especially in track and field. No. I remember even doing road race, and sometimes, when you're at the front of the line or so, sometimes you literally have to grab onto somebody because when they blow the horn, everybody from the back pushing. So if you don't have a good, what they call it, balance to balance yourself, to push yourself out of the pack quick, and you don't have a good turnover, they normally recommend you stay to the back. But this was on a track, so there's a difference there. You know what I mean? But come on now. We don't want to root to no violence. And I watched the video a few times and I was trying to see where that young lady, if it was just one time that young lady was just using the baton. But I think that young lady from my count was like 3 times. That's unacceptable, man. We need to do better. Let the sports be. I know it's somewhere here. I forgot where. But I know it's somewhere here in America. But let sports be nice, man, because then it's not nice to know that you were at the height of your career. Once you're up in top 3 and you're a young athlete, you're up in the height of your career right there. You start, especially if you be consistent with it, you will get recognized. People will see you. Even with that mishap, they will remember you for that mishap. But then when you route to the violence, nobody might not want you to be around because of what is happening now. The violent behavior. So, and that now is going to start send a strong signal into the sporting world now, and a lot of changes will have to make, or is gonna make. You know what I mean? And then it can impact so many things that could have been avoided. So what we do in sports, family, you have your youngsters also level of ignorance. They have to put it off till they no longer doing sports. But once you're doing sports, you could get a scholarship to be one of those prestigious schools that have the best track and field coaches, or the best history and all these things in sports that you probably aspire to go to. You get a good education, you work good, you get GPA good in school and all these things. You can get a good school year scholarship to go study and elevate yourself to the next level. There's no need to route to violence, because then when you route to violence that way, you lose all of that. Even if somebody had their eyes on you, they're gonna lose out all of that, because now they're no longer interested in it. You know what I mean? So parents, start to have discussion with your children. Coaches, I know they're gonna have to make a lot of adjustment now by seeing that, because now once something starts and if it's not nicked in the bud, it's something that can always occur. And once it keep occurring, then next track meets something else like that could happen similar, and then the outcome might not be like what is happening, and that child suffer some damage there. It might be not major damage, but some minor damage is still damage because it could be avoided. But if these things don't happen, then you don't know that there need to be some adjustment. You see what I mean? So that's how adjustment comes in the world. Adjustment don't come because nothing don't happen. Something happen for adjustment to come into play. It's like trial and error. You go through the trials and you go through the errors, and it's like you kept failing, and then that's when you wake up and say, what am I doing? I will not let this happen again. So it sends strong signal to the rest of the sporting arena, the communities and everything that are going to host these kind of things, to say, listen, these things are unacceptable. And then I was reading the comments, and so many people were saying that that person need to be disciplined, that person need to go to jail, that person need, because it was a sitting world. Because can you imagine, you send your child out there and they're talented and they're competing, and you just watch it all over to see somebody, another young child, is smacking your child in the head. That's disgusting. It's not you doing it, but somebody else just literally smacking your child. Frustration, and then we gotta teach our children, and that's what you see in this world. We cannot just tell our children about everything that's good. We have to give them the good, the bad, and the indifferent, so they understand the difference. Because you're only telling them one aspect of life, but then they don't have any real foundation, because you only give them those things. They don't have no balance. So now they go out there and think, oh, that was cool. They know right from wrong, don't get me wrong. But then you're so heated that somebody knocked you over, and the only thing you could think of, because you're frustrated, was to ruin your career and ruin somebody else. But you ruin yours for life. That's the problem. Because even if that somebody can compete again, you might not be able to compete again. So please, if you're out there, you're young athletes and parents with children, try to start have dialogue with the children, open conversation or stuff like that. Don't use none of these things. Even if it's the ball, don't turn around and hit no one. Speak, use your word. Keishawn Harvey, good night. How are you? How are you doing? I'm doing good, my dear. I'm doing good. Good. And I know March is I know track and field. What they call it? Blessings, my sister. Blessings. I know Champs is coming up. Boys and girls Champs is coming up in Jamaica and stuff like that. Gone were the days sports was so nice. We don't have none of these things. Everywhere now you go, something is just attacking these communities. Every single where we go. But please, family, don't run for these things. Encourage your children and talk to them about the benefit of doing sports. Also talk about the disadvantage of sports. Like some of these things, and then a run around, they might impede you. Sometimes you might get spikes. Spikes is when you're running, the teeth underneath the bottom, you have some claws underneath there, and those are sharp, they can cut you or so forth. But what do? You keep going. As long as it's not dangerous or so, you can keep going. Go around. Somebody impede you, sometimes you have to slow down or go around, or sometimes you have to push through real quick, get a good gear, push through until you get to where you need to go and keep going. Because it's the home stretch, you know what I mean? And figure things out. So now a lot of discussion gonna have to be having for these things not to happen in the future. You know what I mean? So now instead of having a full year of enjoyment, we're gonna have a year of discussion. Is this gonna be a topic? No doubt about it, because it was disgusting. And as a fellow athlete myself, I wasn't the perfect athlete or the best athlete or anything, but I used to use my foot and put them to use, and that's how I get a scholarship to go to school. You understand? So I can say, I can speak. Yeah. I might not have a vast amount of knowledge because I didn't go to a sporting school, which was my first choice, but I didn't get to go there. But the fact doesn't change. We don't do violence in sports. We leave the violence to anything else. Sports used to be one of the safest places. That when you go there, everybody is so loved. Even recently when I was watching the Detroit Lions play, and so many people just come together from all walks. Even if somebody couldn't stand it, got out of somebody's nerves, they all come together for one cause, which was sports, just to support each other. So I encourage everybody, man. You have your young people, let's start have these discussions. Start showing them that, listen, sports, some sports are technical. Some sports people go impede the lane, but cameras are out there to catch these things, and that's why they have replay of something. Sometimes you go to the finish line neck to neck and they can't even decipher who won the race. Just like recently when they had that last race there, I think last year, with Noah Niles and the Jamaican sprinter. I forgot what's the Jamaican sprinter name. I forgot his name. And they were going to the finish line neck to neck. It took a little while before they could say, oh, Noah Niles, you're the winner. Because of how close it was. And then the problem is,
That young man from Jamaica, his foot went over the line, but then that's not how they determine the winning of the race when you go so close. Unless no one was at the back, then he would have a clean sweep. But when it's so neck to neck, they're looking from all the way up at your, what they call your torso or all these things. So you see, there are different rules to these things in how to identify the winner when you go neck to neck with something, but raising your hand and whooping somebody in the head while running, that could cause anything. It could go left. But thank God it didn't go that way. That's what we have to thank God for. But sorry for that young lady that had to go through that trauma, because that was that was trauma, because the whole world was seeing it. I watched it on the phone today, so I know the world can see, especially anybody in the sporting world too. And you follow sports, it's all over with these thinking sports. It's not going to be something of a mockery, it's going to be something to take disciplinary action. So going forward, young people understand the nature of sports, you know what I mean? Because to be honest, sometimes children coming from homes where, they see so many things and they think that as soon as something happens, the first thing they want to do is raise their hand, because that's the home they're coming from, where everything they see was a raised hand, you know what I mean? So when you see all of those things, and sometimes the community in which they grow up and see all the stuff that are happening that was not so good, are not good at all. Then when they see these things, that's the only thing they raise up on, and that's what they see. That sometimes it's not necessarily the home, because you have different factors to help develop a child. Of course, the home, the school, the church, the community, the environment, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So several factors can play a role in what that child had seen, and then her frustration was taken out the wrong way. Probably something she will regret for the rest of her life. Especially if it's something that ruined her career. Let's say they ban her from track for 2 years. That's ruined her career, because she don't get to showcase what she could have done. Or if it's something she penalized from or banned from the rest of her life, now she will regret it for the rest of her life. Especially with track and field. When I was growing up, if these opportunities that these younger children are having now, where even especially in America, where they come up with something to say if an athlete get their name recognized, or so they can make money off it to help them, because a lot of college athletes or school athletes don't have to wear it on. So while they're going to school, they can make $2 little. I don't think it's in every state yet. I don't think so, or I don't remember. But they can get something from their endorsements or anything. But when you do stuff like that, you just turn down your whole opportunity for your life, So I'm just saying this, guys, to say that I'm a proud product of what sport had done for me. I wasn't a big star, but in my own right, in my own way, my talent was able to get me a scholarship to go to school for 4 years. And that goes to show that I was good enough to get the scholarship. You understand? Because nobody ain't going to just hand you one scholarship because you're bad. They're not going to give it to you. You know what I mean? So that goes to show I had something in me, at that time and everything. And I was doing good for myself and everything. You know what I mean? But the showcase of all these younger athletes now that they're getting, some of them are going to start getting little stipend or something. We weren't getting that. But I find a way to track meet or sometimes, in school it was so difficult to get from point A to point B sometimes. And through fundraising and all these things, So I'm a proud product of track and field, getting a scholarship to elevate myself. So I definitely can speak on track and field, because he have done something for me. He have given me something that even my mama and father could have given it to me. You know what I mean? In my time, So I can tell anyone, you have track and field, you have whatever sports, it's not just track. Please take advantage of it and be respectful to each other. Somebody impede you, keep going. Go down sometimes and keep going. We don't have to do no what they call it, road rage on the track. We don't have to do no rage on the track. You know what I mean? Leave that for somebody else. But on the track, go for your scholarship, go for your opportunities, Go showcase the talent so you can get so many deals. So many brands will want to see you, feature you in their whatever they're doing. Nike out there, Puma. I'm a Puma girl, big Puma girl. Growing up and everything. So many things are out there that willing to look into someone, an athlete, and endorse them in different areas. But routing to violence will just make you lose all of that, young people. So take heed and strive for excellence. We're not going to stay any longer. Make sure I get everybody, because tomorrow we'll bring up everybody. All right. So Keishawn Harvey, and it's just an unfortunate situation for that young person there. But I hope whatever disciplinary action is not something that take away her whole life, but something that will discipline her enough for her to never do it again. You know what I mean? She would never wish that even her worst enemy. Every time she think of using her hand, she will think of saying, "Put it down." Like that man that fight that man off and said, "Put it back." You don't have to learn the rule of thumb. Put it down. Put it down. Every time you raise that button, you're gonna have to hear, "Put it down." Put it down and use your hands to your side and keep striding with that. Go straight home to finish line. But anyway, family, I am on the finish line right now, and I'm about to leave right now. And I want to say I hope everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. For everybody that was here, tomorrow I will make a shout out video for you guys. I'm trying to learn everything, so I will make a shout out video for you guys tomorrow. And I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that graced the stage, and for all content creators, keep going, keep doing what you gotta do, and you will get there. Don't feel bad about anything. And sometimes when you get there, you will lose some, you will gain some. In life we gotta lose to gain. Sometimes we gotta win and lose, but it's better to lose now than and gain later. You know what I mean? So sometimes in life, just keep going and keep showcasing your talent in wherever you can, because life is a journey, but you can get there. Layla, how are you? How are you? Greetings to you. How are you? All right, I'm about to leave. All right.
Yes, I'm talking to you guys.
So you guys have a blessed night, a blessed morning, wherever you are in this world. All right.
Here we go. Bye. Thank you all.
All right. So you said, Mina, okay, I think I will be leaving YouTube for good. Oh wow. Sorry to hear that. Well, you gotta do what you have to do to take care of you, my dear. I can't really tell you exactly what to do, but I can tell you that you gotta take care of you. Think about everything you're gonna do and see how far is your journey. And if you need to take a break, you take a break. Very important. And if it's something that is getting too overwhelming for you also, then that's a decision you're gonna have to make between you and your father. Whatever, I know you think you told me once you don't believe in that, but whatever it is for you, pray about it, think about it. Think about these things first and see if it's not panning out for you. Then you make that decision. But whatever you're going through, I empathize with you. I sympathize with you, and I hope that everything will be redirected one day. Because all we can pray for is redirection in this world. But sometimes when the damage is done, all we have to pray for is redirection, because we can't undo the damage with what we can pray for redirection. We can ask God for His blessings, His mercy, His grace, and everything to guide us through and, tag along with us going through the other chapter of our life, right? Everything is a chapter and it's a phase we're going through and everything, but I hope you'll find peace within, and if you need to take a break, don't be afraid, If I'm wasting time on YouTube, I'm trying to get away from I don't like from okay. Well, you see, but you have your own platform, my dear. So like me doing Restream, sometimes I'm doing Restream, I'm not home, and if you don't want to really engage in a lot of stuff or so, you can do Restream, because Restream is one that you can turn your camera off. Even if you create something, you can pre-record it and then you
turn the camera off and go do what you have to do, go take a nap and so forth. And there you can have some support, and you won't have to worry about a lot of stuff, because the challenge of life, anywhere you go in this world, whether on YouTube, out of YouTube, wherever you are, the challenge is always going to be there. It doesn't matter what, even the elderly right now that even accomplish in life, if they should tell you all the hurdles that they had to jump over to just be where they need to be, you'll be shocked, so you'll be shocked. But they didn't let nothing deter them, they kept going, they kept going. Now they can be relaxing, and some people are about to retire and just stay YouTube full time and just look into it as a hobby, and what we do in YouTube is for us also to understand our mindset, because we will never be able to understand somebody else's mindset if we're trying to understand them. But once we understand our mindset, it's easier for us to really deal with issues that when they arise. But when we don't understand ourselves, sometimes we're gonna go coincide with others that are not so in their self themselves. But once you understand yourself first, so you will respect yourself enough to detour to something else. So fight through that, my dear, and hopefully whatever you're doing, think about it first, and then if you need to take a break or so forth, take a break is important to rejuvenate and stuff like that, because I know life can be hard. You doing YouTube alone can be hard, but now they have so many things that you can do your YouTube content, you post uplifting stuff and stuff, and you don't even have to. Right now I can just turn my camera off and literally talk to you in the background, so you have so many options now. You don't have to worry about just one thing. Say one person used to support on my laptop. I try getting away from people who don't want to be on YouTube at the moment. I might not come. I'm so sorry to hear that. But people come, people go, my dear. You're gonna find people in all kind of ways in life, because we're not all the same. Some people here are turning toxic. Now, when they turn toxic, then you have to detour, because if your peace of mind is important, then you have to detour. Because we can't control what others do, but we can control what exactly we are doing. You know what I mean? I always say we can either dial out, buy out, and come back when we think something is much better, or something if you still want to support somebody. And if it's not something, you want to go back to where a content is just conflicting or anything, So yeah. Well, that's okay. Whatever your decision is, I can't really tell you what to do, my dear. You have to make that decision for yourself. I only can make suggestions. I can't really tell you exactly what to do, because you're grown. You have to know what works for you, what works for your mental health, what works for your well-being, and all these things. All of that is going to come down to you. I only can make some suggestions there or so, So. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to tell you, because this YouTube is like working a 9 to 5. You will find hostility in it, just like working a regular job. You will find that. Every day people deal with strolls. Some of us, we don't get no stroll, and even if we get the stroll, we just say hi to them, how are you, and they go on about their business. They don't bother with us, because they realize we and them probably the same tone, so they don't bother with us. But by the end of the day, we can't consume everything that is negative, because that's what eats us, because they want to push us away. And when things want to push us away, we gotta fight to be where we need to be. But if we realize that it's not that place for us, then, my dear, you have to do what's best for you. Because if I on YouTube and I realize YouTube is not for me, just the slightest thing, if I have to think that YouTube is not for me, I don't think I would want to be on YouTube ever again. But then, right now, I'm good. My mind is in a good place, so I'm not worried about that at the current moment. But you never know. It's always something to have in the back of the head, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm just going forward because I have a goal, and I have so many goals. I have so many dreams to achieve, and I know having a platform, I can achieve that. in maybe not now, but sooner, one day to come. You know what I mean? So I'm just here giving God thanks and praise for the little that I'm having, giving thanks for the people who come, giving thanks for the subscribers, giving thanks for the viewers, giving thanks to the likers, giving thanks to the well wishers and all of that. Mr. UC, I don't like being a mother. I won't support channels or connect back because it's no point on connecting to people. Well, sweetie, sometimes just take a deep breath. Sometimes we're going through something and we work up at the moment. You know, our emotions play in the role sometimes. Like even ourselves sometimes are haters to our own self because work we up so much about things we have no control over. No control. Because when you come on to other people, you have no control over what they're doing. None. But you know who we have control over? Us. When it come on to us, we have control over ourselves. But when it come on to other people, we have zero control. It doesn't matter what. We have zero control over it. You know, but we have control over what we consume, what we can tolerate, and what we cannot tolerate. But having control over others, we have zero. 0.0. The best thing all I can say to you, if something bother you, even if it's my channel and my channel bother you or trigger you in any way, shape, or form, I would tell you don't watch. Because then if it's gonna bring you to the place where you're trying to pick it from, then there's no point in you working yourself up just to support somebody to the point where you're draining yourself. You have to take care of yourself first, you know. Yourself is important because without you, there is no more, you know. It's about people don't understand and some people don't remove my moderator. I get stressed out being moderator. I try holding in my anxiety, but sometimes not. Well, you know, let everybody know, and if anybody else you want me to announce it here, if anybody out there I know Layla is artistic, so please be kind and patient. If you have her as a moderator, just kindly remove the moderator role from her. She said it's kind of overwhelming for her. So she don't want that role because it kind of too stressful for her because she had anxiety. And when somebody deal with anxiety, it's not easy, you know. Just the least little trigger can trigger their anxiety. So if anybody out there you're friends with Layla and you have her as a moderator, just please kindly be respectful and just take it away from her because she don't want it and she doesn't need it. Okay, she don't need it. So it's no, you know, we have to respect people when they're going through stuff. You know, we all go through something. All right, so yes, you'd want her to be a moderator, but if she says she don't want it, that's fine. Just remove it from her. She willing to support. I hope she willing to still support, but she just don't want to play the role. But you know, some things can be overwhelming too when you become this and you become that, and then you're not balancing yourself. You know, balance is very important. When you don't have the balance and somebody give you a task to do and you expect to do it and do that, and you yourself don't have no clue of direction or balance or anything, then that can put a lot of anxiety on you because you're not balancing your time one, taking on additional role that you can balance yourself and you can't figure out yourself, and then it just feel like an obligation. So if anybody out there and you're stressed out, even if somebody make you become a moderator and you no longer want to be their moderator or something, instead of working up over it or so forth, please, I would implore you to just reach out to this person. If you don't have an email for them, or so just shoot them a message under their video. Be respectful and said, "Hey, Resilient Queen, I know you have me as your moderator, but I no longer wish to be your moderator. Do you mind just remove me? I will support your channel, or I might not support you or anything, but I have bad anxiety or I have some mental health issues and it's affecting me because I think I'm taking on too much a task that I can no longer handle." You know, I mean, I'm just be real with it. You know, I am artistic too, and I get overwhelmed being moderated. Give me, I'm just okay. So if anybody out there, family, and you're listening, or even if you're here and you think that you know you have Layla as your moderator, she just want to support you, but she don't want to be a moderator. You know, I can't speak for her, but I think maybe that's what you're saying there, Layla. You will still support others, but you just don't want to take that additional role on.
And that's another thing that maybe, going forward with anybody who do the moderator thing, probably make a suggestion that if anybody out there with anxiety, because mental health is real, we have to take that serious. So going forward for anybody who giving moderator roles and everything, maybe what we're gonna have to start doing as content creators is to say to anyone that if you know I'm giving you moderator role and you having any mental health issues that can be a trigger, you think that it's gonna be too much for you, please let me know. Sometimes we give you moderator role and you may never know, because you've been supporting for a while or some way or shape or form, and they just select you to be a moderator. You know what I mean? Some people dream is to be a moderator. Somebody which they like that because they like the recognition, but then it can be overwhelmed for others as well, because of mental health reasons. So bear in mind, take these things into consideration, family, and see how best we can announce these things to say if anybody out there and you have any anxiety issues or so and don't want to be a moderator, you just want to be a supporter, that's fine. Let me know ahead of time. Or if you're going to give that person a moderator, you ask them first and wait till you get a response from them. If you don't get no response from them, then you just leave them as is until further notice. Because when you see one thing happen, then you make a question and say, how many other people out there that get moderator roles but don't really want it? Because it could be several other reasons. They not be able to present when you really need them, or they're busy when you need them, or anything. But it's also come down to how we prioritize ourselves. But mental health is real, guys. So going forward, if anybody out there who doing the moderator role, I would encourage you guys. So make sure anybody you're going to give your moderator role to now going forward is somebody who is fit and ready to take that challenge, or so forth, or just let them be if they're willing to support you same way, so that we can respect everybody, because we want to cater for people, not just people who are stable, but we want to cater for everybody who goes through stuff. We all go through stuff, we all have different levels of what we go through. So sorry, Layla, you had to go through all that stress or something, but don't be afraid when you're on these platforms that you're a moderator on. The platform that you're on and you're a moderator. Don't be afraid to reach out to these persons respectfully. You don't have to be rude or anything. You could just say good afternoon or good morning whenever time they're on or so. This is Layla, and I know you let me be a moderator. I really appreciate you giving me that role, but I think it's kind of too overwhelming for me. I deal with anxiety issues. I am artistic, because that's what we state here and stuff. So as for those reasons, I am opting out. I want to opt out because it's too much for me. It's getting overwhelmed. Because when you become a moderator, most people want you to get rid of the junk out there and all these things. You know what I mean? So understand. So Layla, hope you feel better and everything, but I got to go, family. So thank you so much. Appreciate you all. And those were just some suggestions, guys. So be respectful and everything. And thanks to all my well wishers, my supporters, my for everyone who chipped in, chipped out. Appreciate all of you, because everything counts by the end of the day. Penny adds up. A lot of time we don't think penny adds up, but it do add up. So yes, you say, oh, I put that on my community page. Oh, okay, that's good. And just also make sure you reach out to these persons. If you have their email, I would suggest when things like that bother you, if you have their email, reach out to them, or on one of their shorts or so, you leave them a respectful message. Don't just say, I don't want to be a moderator no more, because that's kind of blunt and rude. You just start off, maybe say, hey, good morning, or good morning, Resilient. I'm just checking in here. I'm going through some stuff and I no longer want to be moderator. I just want to be neutral. You know what I mean? I can't handle, even if you don't even have to go into great details with something, but it's just, they say it's not what we say, it's how we say it, and just go about it, you know what I mean? But until then, family, we ain't gonna stay no longer, because I still gotta get up early in the morning. I have a meeting tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna have to dress up tomorrow. But anyway, you guys have a blessed night. Thank you guys for stopping by. Sweetie, let me see if we have any more. Oh yes, I did. So I did. I got everybody name. So tomorrow we'll do a shout out to everyone. So sweetie, you go get some rest and take care of your well-being, your health. Well, anyways, the health is wealth and everything. And thanks to everyone else for your support. Manners, love, and respect to each and everyone. And until then, we say peace out for now. All right, family. So you have a blessed night. Bye bye.
Seven tides come flowing.